Hey guys, the reason why I decided to make this video is because I have been getting tons upon tons of emails recently of people talking about depression, how depressed they are, thinking about suicide. Some have even attempted it and fortunately did not go through with it all the way. So they're still here with us. Suicide and depression is very serious these days, a lot more than it used to back in the days, due to hardship, not having a job, not being able to provide for yourself or your family, to put a roof over your head, to put food in your stomach, or take care of your kids. You know, money is a big issue these days with a lot of people, but it's still not an excuse to commit suicide or even thinking about committing suicide. Depression is very serious. For me, my personal advice, I'm not a doctor, but my personal advice is the medications, antidepressants, things like that, they just make it worse. The way to get rid of this depression and suicidal thoughts is actually accomplishing something in your life. Without accomplishing something, you just get yourself stuck in the same situation over and over and over. And by taking these narcotic drugs that doctors and therapists are subscribing to you guys just to put that money in their pocket and keep you in a zombie state, which is you are physically awake but your mind is in a coma and you're stuck. And so you keep going back, not to mention the fact that they're very addicting. They're drugs, narcotic drugs. And anybody that knows me knows that I am 100% against drugs. I don't like them, never did. They're disgusting. They ruin people's lives, and I don't recommend that. My recommendation to people is to find your inner self, to do meditations. Sometimes when people contact me, of course, I always start off by doing a reading to find out what is going on in that person's life, to get to the bottom of what's going on in your life. And then I find the solution of how to fix it. We have to find out what the problem is. Same thing with you guys. Whatever is depressing, if you guys, you know, being lazy is different than, you know, things that are happening in your life, that the doors are not opening up. In fact, they're shutting in front of your face and things are not happening that needs to happen. Nobody could do these things for you except for yourself. You cannot depend your personal life on your family, your friends. You have to pick yourself up and find out what's going on. It is okay to find somebody, that one person that listens to. Sometimes people need somebody to talk to, just to you know, to be a punching bag, not a physical punching bag, but, or, you know, somebody that's just ears and they just, you know, sit down and listen and just let them pour their heart out, and then they'll feel better. There's so many different ways to go about fixing and curing this depression and suicidal thoughts than turning to drugs and alcohol and narcotics, you know, popping pills all the time, and you're still stuck in the same situation. You're just numbing yourself, and numbing yourself, you could do that for the rest of your life. You will never accomplish anything. Not only that, drugs and alcohol do push you to the edge, or off the edge I should say, because all it takes is just one little thing to trigger it, and then boom, you're done. So I don't recommend antidepressants. I don't recommend drugs, because they're the same thing. It has narcotics in it. It's very addicting. So, you know, there are medications that doctors can prescribe, or over-the-counter natural herbs. Change your diet, start exercising more, do things that make you happy, do things that brighten up your day and actually brings a smile to your face. Go and adopt a dog or a cat, you know, a puppy or a kitten or a bird or some kind of a pet, and spend some time with it, and you know, and put everything else behind you. And if that's what makes you happy, go for it. Do it. Go out there and actually put in applications and go to interviews and get a job. Don't just talk about it. Don't sit there in front of the TV being lazy, expecting jobs to come your way, because it's not going to happen. If you like music, I mean, music is a big part of my life, so I know a lot of people love music. Go out dancing, go to the club, you know, go out with your friends once in a while, instead of, you know, being cooped up in your home and, you know, woe is me shit. Go out and do something for yourself. Talk to somebody about it. You know what I mean? I do get cases like this, and I have been getting a lot more cases like this lately about depression and suicide. Sometimes it has to do with spirituality as well. And what I mean by that is you might have a dark demonic attachment, and they're very bad influence in your life. They will shut all the doors where doors of opportunity are not going to open, and they're going to close, and you know, it's not going to be good. Also, they're going to push all your loved ones away. They will break up relationships. They will do a lot of bad things to influence your life in a negative way. Another reason for these depression and suicidal thoughts are a selfish person casting a dark spell. Either it's black magic, voodoo, witchcraft, hexes, curses, you name it. They would put on individuals and, you know, watch these people's lives just go down to shit. There's a solution for that as well. That's when I come in and I start breaking all these spells and hexes and curses and witchcraft and voodoo and all the shit that people have put on you. And you will see that your life is drastically going to change towards better, because doors of opportunity are going to start opening up. You're not going to have these dark, bad influences from these demonic entities that are attached to you, because I'll get rid of them. I'll close the portals. Another solution to this would be cleansing yourself and keeping yourself cleansed, just depending how severe your condition is. I would do it, you know, either every night before bed or in the morning when I wake up, or I would do it maybe once a week, once every couple of weeks, once a month, twice a month, again, depending on your situation. Keeping yourself cleansed, keeping a positive environment, writing down a list of things that need to get done and actually doing it, because once you see the list getting checked off one by one, you start feeling better. This heavy weight off your shoulders start going away, because you're actually accomplishing things in your life. Even small things like going grocery shopping, paying bills, getting up and going to work every day, coming home and saying, hey, I just worked and I just made money for this day. Getting your paycheck every week and cashing your paycheck could be a very positive influence in your life as well. Talking to somebody that makes you happy, hanging out with those people that make you happy, being around a crowd of people that are a positive influence in your life, not negative. Surround yourself with positive as much as you can. That's like the best advice I could give everybody. Don't surround yourself with people that are constantly putting you down, that are constantly, when you feel like they're against you, you know, distance yourself from those kind of people. Distance yourself from situations that keep you down or push you down every single time. Put yourself in an environment that will bring out the best in you, that will make you shine. Again, you know, if you guys are suicidal, if you have suicidal thoughts, if you guys are really depressed to a point where life is pointless, number one, it's a coward move to commit suicide, because number one, you're binding yourself down to hell for all eternity. And number two, you're going to hurt the people around you, and I don't recommend that. That's a selfish act. You just, you know, prove to people you're a coward, which you're not. Pick yourself up. You know you're better than that. Be a strong individual and keep pushing forward and prove everybody wrong. Even, you know, this woe is me kind of tucking your tail in between your legs, it's not gonna work. Obviously it hasn't worked up until now because you're sending me emails about it. So pick yourself up and do something positive for once in your life. You know what I mean? Listen to positive music, happy music, start dancing, do what influences you in a very good way, in a positive way, and go that direction. If you're stuck in life right now, you're not going to be stuck forever. There's always a solution to those kind of problems. So again, suicide is not the answer. I'm sure there's suicide hotlines you guys can also contact. Just when you guys go see a therapist, psychiatrist, psychologist, whatever you guys decide to do, I would just let them know, hey, I need to get some things off my chest. I need advice. I need you to point me to the right direction, but please do not write me any narcotic medication prescription because I'm not going to take it. I am stronger than that. I am better than that. Your mind, believe it or not, is the strongest muscle in your body. When you start using your mind and putting yourself first, it will get easier as you go. Doors of opportunity will start opening up. Forget about the drugs, forget about alcohol, forget about these prescription medications, the pill popping every day. It doesn't work. It just keeps you in the same spot, and you know, in fact, it actually makes things worse in your life. Push all that negativity to the side and go a different direction, and I promise you, you will feel a lot better. MonicaSpiritQueen.com. Send me an email if you want a reading to find out what's going on with you, and I'd be happy to direct you in the right direction. I would do a full reading and find out exactly what's going on. If you have a demonic attachment, I'll get rid of it. If you have some kind of a spell on you, I'd get rid of it. If it has nothing to do with the paranormal, I will help you find some kind of a resource and direct you to the right direction to help you get the help that you need. But suicide is not the answer, and there's always a cure for depression. Don't forget that. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care.